Hello and welcome to Black Hollywood Live's Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Erica Renee Davis, and this is your weekly source for news and for events in sports. Have a great show for you guys today, talking about NBA All-Star Weekend, the recap of that, Ronda Rousey, and we also have some fun stuff. Michael Jordan turns 23 years old, and the NBA might be adding ad space to their jerseys.
You are tuned into Black Hollywood Live Sports Weekly.
Hey!
And we're back with some Usher. Okay.
Good job.
What? He's up. A-Town down. A-Town down. Yeah, we love to get crunk. People still say get crunk.
I do on a daily basis.
Do you still say it?
I do say crunk.
As long as you still say it, so what?
I still say it. I still type it too. I'll be like
Get
on my
crunk.
Twitter, I'm crunk.
You from Georgia? That's what they're drinking, right? Get crunk.
You don't say crunk right now?
I say I'm
What's
getting
the new
turned.
crunk?
Turn.
What's the new? Oh,
Turn.
turn is new.
Turn.
Turn. No,
Or
lit.
lit
Lit
or
it
turn.
is lit.
Yeah.
See?
Lit is even newer than turn
That's
now.
true.
At BHL Sports Weekly,
Turn,
we
lit,
dance, we talk
Lit.
sports, we get you up to date on the latest lingo.
By the way, did you know MJ is back? Michael Jordan? Evidently, he's turning 23 years old.
MJ 23, 53.
Evidently, he's 23. He's back in his prime. He's coming back.
Whatever. Let's meet our fabulous panel tonight. Charlie, tell the people who you are and where they can find you.
Hey guys, Charlie Myers. You can find me at Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Charlie L. Myers.
Hi guys, I'm Raina. I'm back. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Periscope at Raina_LA.
What's up, everybody? Raina's back. MJ's back. I'm here. It's your boy Joshua Johnson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JJ the Talented, because I'm a man of many talents, so you know what it is.
He is that. Again, I'm Erica Renee Davis. You can find me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, at Erica Renee D. And as always, follow all things Black Hollywood Live on BlackHollywoodLive.com. Follow Black Hollywood Live on Twitter at BHL Online. Also follow us on Instagram at The Branded Athlete. We have so much to talk about tonight, so we're going to jump right in it. Raina, you're going to kick us off with an NBA All-Star Weekend recap, but I heard that you might have actually been there. Is this true?
Yes, I had the pleasure of going to Toronto this weekend. It was so cold, probably the coldest. It was the coldest I've ever been. It was -10 on Saturday. Crazy. I sound a little sick.
Could you spit and it freeze in the air?
Yeah, did you?
The hot water.
Try that. The hot water
I'm a
thing.
lady. I don't do that. So it was a good one. I think my favorite event over the weekend was the dunk contest. There was actually on Saturday. There's a Rising Stars game on Friday. The Scales Challenge, dunk contest, and 3-point challenge on Saturday, and then Sunday was actual All-Star game. My personal favorite of the weekend was the dunk contest. Were you guys able to watch
That was my favorite.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was amazing. So Zach LaVine from the Minnesota Timberwolves, he actually won, but him and Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic, they went head-to-head, and their dunks were pretty amazing.
That was amazing.
I think the difference between the two, in my opinion, Aaron was more, he jumped over a mascot with the hoverboard, and the ball was on top of his head.
And the ball was rotating too.
Yeah. That was one of the
that was tight.
dunks.
That was tight.
But towards the end, because they were going back and forth, they really had to use their creative senses to come up with those dunks. So, first question to everybody. Do you think Zach was the right pick, or do you think Aaron Gordon got robbed for the title? Who wants to start?
Look, can I just say this? Let me just start off with this.
Josh.
The NBA All-Star Weekend.
Don't waste any time.
The NBA All-Star Weekend. No,
Good.
it was a win for light-skinned dudes everywhere.
Light-skinned.
Light-skinned dudes everywhere, right?
This
It
is
gives a
true.
whole new meaning to the term Northern Lights.
Tweeted that.
Like, first of all, wait a minute. So the official host of All-Star Weekend was who?
Was it Drake?
Drake.
Don't-
Light-skinned. All right?
True.
Okay.
3-point contest. Klay Thompson.
Clay.
Steph Curry. Then you come in with the dunk contest. Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, all light skinned.
Yeah.
If you throw in what's the dude's name from Clippers? Who's your boy from the Clippers?
Who,
It's
JJ
coach's
Redick?
son. No, the coach's son.
Oh, Austin
Austin
Rivers.
If you throw Austin Rivers in there, you have a heck of a 3-point,
And
three
also,
on three
the
team.
Skills Challenge, Karl Anthony Towns.
He look light-skinned. He's
represents-
there.
And Russ.
Who? Russell? No.
He's like Mocha, like whatever Drake calls him.
Light skinned dudes ruled the weekend. Huge win. That's who won. So forget the dunk contest. It was
Okay.
light skinned weekend.
Real MVP.
I actually tweeted or a text message one of my girlfriends who's biracial. I was like, "You light skinned folks are taking over everything."
Did you say that?
I really did. I promise you.
I tweeted it.
And
Oh, you did?
You tweeted that?
I didn't even know. I didn't see it.
See, this is wrong. This is how
We was all
have,
thinking the same
this
thing.
This is how there's such division within our culture because this is how we think.
So I personally, I'll start it off. I think Aaron had better dunks. I think that like him jumping over the mascot when it was turning around, but his last dunk did it for me. Like he wasn't as creative as Zach. Zach jumped from
the free throw line and then under his leg
So I think that the last dunk, like if we're going all through like all of the dunks, Aaron should have won. But since it went down to that last dunk, Zach obviously took that.
Charlie, what do you think?
Okay, so it was the right decision for you?
I think I wanted Aaron.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just like watching all the reactions. That was the funniest thing. It was like,
That's like the default reaction of every like amazing NBA play.
but I would have to say that Gordon did the dunks a little bit better.
I think so too.
I don't know, to do a 360
Like,
over,
that was crazy.
That was crazy.
It's crazy. Like you said, his dunks overall were better. So I would say that he got robbed.
I did too. I think Aaron got robbed.
You think he got robbed?
I think he got robbed. Again, I agree with Raina that Zach's last dunk pretty much cemented it for him.
Yes.
But I think overall, Aaron was better, and because he's so much bigger, or he looked so much bigger on television.
does.
I was like, get this dude. This dude is the athlete. This is the one. But maybe next year.
Maybe. I think this is the best one I've seen since, and I'm dating myself here, since like 2000 when we had Vince Carter, Steve Franchise, and Tracy McGrady go off and killed it. But the dunk contest is definitely back.
It is.
And it was back last year too, but this was a really, really well done dunk contest. Amazing dunks, and like, excuse me, but to see, like what did it for me was Aaron Gordon's dunk, like you said, with the mascot. He had to have perfect timing because the mascot was going around in a circle on the hoverboard, so he had to get that, do the 360, and then the one where he brought it all the way down, all the way back, all the way down, and then slammed it home.
It's like a dance
That was
move.
amazing. But I have to give the advantage to Zach LaVine just because his free throw line dunks, though, when you see how far that is from the free throw line to the basket, I mean that's hard to do to jump and stay that high from the free throw line.
It's hard to walk that far.
Right? But like he literally flew through the legs, windmill. That sealed the deal for me because that was, I think, a harder dunk for me because that's a far distance to dunk it from.
Right. So we have Zach, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
Okay. Well, Aaron, we were rooting for you.
You did
Great
good.
job.
You did
an
great job.
amazing job if you're watching us. But yeah, so that was the dunk contest. So moving on to the actual All-Star game, the West took the title, scoring 196 points.
Crazy.
I thought they were going to get to 200.
I was hoping they would get to
me
200.
too. And it was a lot of dunks. Russell Westbrook, 2016 MVP, back-to-back. Do you think Russ was the right pick for the MVP?
You go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, to me, it doesn't even matter because I was talking with some friends about the All-Star, and you're a baseball fan, Charlie.
Yep.
So MLB is the only of the 4 major sports whose All-Star game even counts for anything.
Yep.
So I don't care who gets the MVP.
Exactly.
So I don't care. I'm very indifferent. Charlie, you go ahead.
You made a good point. I wish that they were playing for something.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was home court advantage in the finals, it would be something to watch. It's
could
just
see them doing that.
there's no defense. It's just all offense. I mean, yes, it's a great game, but who cares?
I got a little curious.
But you got the All-Star game. But think about it though. You want to see them have fun and do amazing things. If they're just playing defense, essentially it's like what the Super Bowl was. It'll be like a low-scoring game if they're playing their hearts out, and playing hard defense. You want to see All-Star is to see these guys come together, the best of the sport, and to see them have fun, do fun things, and like put on a show. It's a show.
I'm fine with the show, but her question was, do we think that Russ should have gotten the MVP? Right. And my answer was, I don't care because it's not even a real game. Sure. So yeah, I enjoy all the high flying, the offense, the 200, almost 200 points. But when it comes to who gets the MVP, I could care less because it's not even a real game. You can give it to the trainer if you want to. It's not a real game.
He's just mad it wasn't CP3. Go ahead, Joe.
I don't care. He barely made the roster, so I don't care.
It was nice to see Kobe for one last time at the All-Star game. So I know you don't.
I don't dislike Kobe. What is his narrative? They have made you guys believe they're liars.
You said it for yourself.
They're liars.
I mean, but it was a good game to watch. I was hoping that they would get to 200, like you guys said, but Yeah, I wish they were playing for something.
Yeah.
I gotta say that.
I do too.
I agree. I mean, I do wish they were playing for something, but
Heck of a game. But you know who was balling though? Go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah, we were talking about this before. You can go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say Paul George
Yeah.
played his heart out. Like Paul George was
He was
balling.
going for
scored,
that.
How many did he have?
41.
41. But unfortunately, is it a rule that they can't give it to the losing?
No,
player,
it
losing
wouldn't.
team?
They wouldn't do that. It's usually
Yeah.
going to the highest scoring athlete on the winning team.
Yeah.
So Russ, yeah, I mean he
what it
was
is,
scoring
yeah.
out. I don't think anyone else was close to it. So Russ, but so any favorite highlights from the game? Do you guys?
Some of those layups were insane.
You're funny.
That was a lot of dunks.
Well, I mean, me actually being there, my favorite was the Kobe tribute before when the players were saying their goodbyes to him, kind of, well, not really goodbyes, but just, and they're playing like his flashbacks of the All-Star games. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit.
Yes.
I shed a tear because I'm a huge Kobe fan, so I think that was very that was special for me, and like a lot of the fans too, Toronto showed him a lot of love.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite.
That's what you do
Yeah.
for your elders.
See that's why people think you hate Kobe.
Flow.
That's why.
That's what you do. Always respect
Yeah,
your
hate
elders. Fashion talk,
Well,
man.
yeah, fashion talk. So All-Star Weekend is also another way for the NBA players to kind of show out and show their fashion style. So I'm not sure if you guys were able to check Instagram and social media accounts to see what these players were wearing. Who do you think was the best and worst dressed over the weekend?
So I'm going to start with saying this. The picture that everybody sees right now, I feel like they're all looking like pimps in Atlanta.
Yeah, they do. Like
Who started that hat thing? Was that
Future.
Pharrell that started that hat
it
thing?
was Future.
Was it Future?
I think Future started it.
Future before Pharrell was doing that?
Well,
Was Future?
but no, like I think Future started this for this time.
They're all like
Clearly,
they're all
like athletes
where's
take
my money?
fashion tips from
I
musicians.
personally, I really liked Chris Paul's style over the weekend.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he was
He's
very,
always sharp,
He's
though.
always
Clean.
on point, but I think he brought his A game.
Wasn't Draymond the one with the yellow jacket?
Draymond had that yellow jacket.
I
looked
love
good.
that. And that was my
I-
best dress.
Yellow
Hands
jacket.
down.
Yellow
Yeah.
But did you see him the
Yellow
night
jacket.
before?
Was
with
it
his little
long?
fur
I remember
vest?
him wearing something
It was
long.
like maybe like
was it-
mid-thigh.
Was it
like
mustard?
waist. Oh, it was
No,
more
it
like
was bright.
like
Okay, I
like
gotta
Bumblebee.
dandy
go back and
bumblebee
look.
yellow. Yeah.
Nobody had like Cam Newton style pants
Thank
before
goodness.
the game.
No,
I know.
not even Russ actually. Russ
he
usually
would
kind
do
of
something
shows
like
that.
out, but he was I mean.
He had a green plaid suit or something.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
he had a little suit on, but like matching, but you know, that's Russ. So I think the players actually dressed really nice, and it was cool to see them on outside of the court and to see how they do things. So yeah, that was my topic. Also,
What does that pose they all do though?
Like I said, where's my money?
I know.
That's
You know
like,
what I mean? Like, what's
that's
that?
like take a picture.
No.
You notice that everybody's doing that. I've done it. We just gotta seen them do it.
Well,
They-
when they do it, it's like I'm a multimillionaire. Don't come
Oh,
for me.
I'm
when
not?
you do it, it's just
How you
like,
know?
hey, it's like I just get up, going to work every day, trying to pay the bills.
After the show, we'll do the post like
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. You better bring my money, Erica.
I don't have any money.
That's the same thing with girls putting their hands on their hips, though. You know, you have to do something with their hands. Guys have to do something like this.
Okay.
I feel like
That's a
girls
good
always
point.
do something with their legs. You guys always do crazy
Cross your
leg things
ankles,
in-
cross
in
your
pictures.
ankles, cross your ankles. Okay, speaking of crossing ankles, someone got crossed, but it wasn't her ankles. Her face got crossed. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's face got crossed in UFC 193 in November of last year. And we're talking about it again because on the Ellen DeGeneres show on Tuesday, she said to Ellen that she had contemplated suicide in the moments after the fight when she was in the hospital room. Now, after you read some more of the stories and you actually watch the interview, you kind of see that I kind of think the story kind of got blown out of proportion because she did say, yeah, I thought about suicide for a second. Then in that moment, I looked at my man and I thought, oh, I got to have his baby. So she snapped out of it. But at any rate, that has become the narrative, that she was suicidal. Do you guys think, or how do you guys think her admitting that she was suicidal affects or impacts her image as a competitor?
I think she put a lot of pressure on her man with that statement. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
Pump out some babies.
Yeah.
if he's
Yeah. You're good to know. Go
I
ahead.
think that it was to see a vulnerable side of an athlete. Like I think that was, it's normal. She's a human. I mean, she has feelings. However, losing is, losing is part of the game. And I think that it kind of was a little too much in my opinion, saying that. Like, I think if she was dealing with something like that, she should probably have kept it to herself
Ooh.
instead of saying it on
On
live
Ellen,
interview, because then it just makes people, like, I don't know, reporters or whoever heard that interview, they're going to twist it in their own words and say it, which is why, like, all of this happened. So I feel like if she did feel that way, she probably should have kept it to herself. It did, I would say, hurt her image a little bit.
Charlie.
Yeah. I felt like everybody thought that she was going to win that fight. I have a lot of respect for Ronda and the way that she trains, but the same thing with that, she shouldn't have said that live. If you're going to say that to the privacy of your own home. Don't spread that with Ellen DeGeneres. She doesn't know how to interview with that. I mean, I don't know. I would have kept it to yourself.
Right.
See, I personally would not have shared that, but I think if she felt like sharing it, I don't think it's a bad thing to share, because suicide can be a real thing. Now, if she just did this for a publicity stunt, then yeah, keep it to yourself. But if you really did feel that in those moments you wanted to kill yourself, I think her actual statement was, I thought to myself after I lost, if I'm not the champion, if I'm not this, then what am I? And I think that's an authentic, genuine, thought process we all go through at different times in our lives. So I think that she should have shared it. But then I think the next day she came out with the announcement that she's trying to trademark something about get the F out of here or F everybody. So it's kind of inconsistent.
Double standards.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm a softie, but now, F you. So I just think it's inconsistent. Okay, question. Should we, as hosts, as journalists, as analysts, as people who criticize and I guess break down every single thing that athletes do, should we be more sensitive to what they're going through now that we see somebody like Ronda saying, I was suicidal in the moments after my fight? Josh, I guess no. That's a no for you, Josh. No? Not? Okay.
No. I mean,
Stick to the facts.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Raina?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I should. I think it's because the type of person I am, I wouldn't say something. So if we're talking about Ronda, like, I wouldn't say something about suicide to kind of, make her feel bad, just because she's a human and she has. If I was in that position and I shared a secret about myself to my fans and everything, and hearing everything, like all the negativity around me, that wouldn't feel right to me. So I don't know. I would have, I don't know. It's a hard. I don't know.
If journalists stick to the facts and just report that,
But sometimes they switch. They switch words and say the wrong thing.
We do, and I think that is the downside of what we do. Like for example, this story in itself, all she said was, "Yeah, I kind of was suicidal for a second." Then she kind of went on, and that has been the focal point of the interview. And there were so many more points. So,
but I'm glad it was though.
What?
I'm glad it was, because I think this should open up a door to a conversation that we should have as a culture here, that we should train our kids from very young that losing isn't the worst thing that can happen. A lot of pride can be had from giving your best effort and still coming away a loser. It doesn't. I mean, winning isn't everything, and losing isn't the worst. You shouldn't be shamed for it. So for her, when I first heard this, I was like, her ego is that high that she would think that losing, she should commit suicide. And I thought about it a little bit longer, and I was thinking that no, this is something that we've trained as a culture. We've trained athletes and people to think this way. Like, losing is such a bad thing. You can learn a lot from losing. You can learn a lot. So it's a conversation that needs to be had as a culture of sports.
It's funny that they say that, because no way that the conversation with Cam Newton and with Ronda is the same, but I feel it's in the same category because they're both sore losers in this aspect.
Okay. Just moving on in the interest of time, I want to ask each of you, how do you guys handle the stresses of being a public figure / personality? Why do you laugh, Josh?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I really want to know, because, even though, we're on a different side of the coin, still our faces are on national platforms, global platforms every day. We do other on-camera jobs. Like, we host, for example, you and I host American Crime and some other shows.
Is that why you brought this up? That's why I was laughing. I was like,
no, I didn't bring it up to pick at you, but, I want to know how you guys deal with the stresses of of being popular figures on social media, particularly, or having a national or international platform and getting ridiculed or picked at or having people say nasty comments. Charlie, you want to say something?
Well, with me, I mean, I do a lot of acting stuff outside of here, and with that, my face will be on like Alexis or a Apple or something along those lines, and people say, well, why don't you represent one brand? You have to realize that I am an actor and I do multiple platforms, and
You getting a paycheck.
Exactly.
Like, look at you. You ain't paying
Yeah.
yeah, so I just look at it this way. I say, hey, you have your way of making income. I have my way.
Okay.
And so.
Raina, Josh?
Go ahead, Josh.
Look, the reason I thought you brought this up is because, it gets hard. Well,
I did not bring this up to pick on you.
Look.
Y'all, so there's another show that we hosted at AfterBuzz, and people like say the worst things about me, Josh,
People
anybody,
are, like,
in the comment section. And it's like, I'm like, Josh, quit texting me about these comments people are saying.
People could be really
Yeah.
something in comments.
So how do you handle the pressure?
I just stopped reading them.
And then you text me.
And I text
You text me, did you read it?
Did you see this? Well, I just stopped reading it because I didn't go back to it.
Raina, how about you?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I'm kind of like breaking into this industry too, so it's kind of new to me, putting myself out there and like becoming a host and everything. But if I see something negative about myself, like I do try and ignore it and stay off of it. I mean, people are going to say whatever they want, but oh well.
Oh well.
You
At the end of the day,
win.
we're here and they're not.
I know, yeah, that's
You
true.
watching us, you still tune in every week.
Yes, thank you for tuning in, though. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for
Yeah.
retweeting, and thank you for telling your friends to watch. We appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, Josh, you got a lot of stuff that you want to talk about, which
Yo.
most of which we won't get to, but go ahead.
Look, bring up the meme. So yesterday, Michael Jordan turned 53, and happy
23.
birthday to the greatest of all
Happy
time.
birthday
Like, how come you
to
don't, call him elder and all that and make fun
Well,
of
he
MJ?
is old, but he's an old person who knows his place, not on the basketball court. But go ahead.
See, I opened the door for that
Thank
myself.
you.
Well, MJ turned 53, not 23, 53. But anyways, I wanted to...
MJ obviously he doesn't know his number. MJ 23.
I know his number, but you said he turned 53 or 23.
I did not.
You did.
What else? I never said
Did
that.
you say 23?
Please go on. Go on.
But anyways, we're not talking about that anymore.
Look at the meme. Look. So
Yeah.
I wanted you guys, because the meme is everywhere. It's funny.
Yes.
Whenever somebody puts a funny tagline to it, it's the funniest thing. So I wanted just to get a take from you guys to see what you guys think would be the best tagline for this meme. I'll kick it off and say Michael Jordan is crying right here because he put his money on the Clippers.
No.
He put his
my
money on the
gosh.
Clippers and he is paying for it.
Okay. I'm gonna just say something just so smart. I'm just gonna say this meme, my tagline is, have you ever seen a goat cry? A goat, the greatest of all time.
Bah.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know if I have a tagline because I'm not creative in that sense, but my favorite, whenever I see this meme, I was dying. When the Panthers lost, I was so mad that they lost, by the way. When the Panthers lost and all of them were like, remember that picture
Oh,
of
yeah,
all of
the
them were
dab.
The dab,
dabbing?
and
And they all had the
Michael
face.
Jordan.
Whoever did that. Social media is crazy.
crazy.
And that was so quick. It was like seconds after the game was over.
funny.
So I don't have a tagline, but that face is just everywhere.
He went to All-Star Weekend. They said no dark skin allowed.
Oh no.
They said light skin
Oh
only.
yeah, light skin winning,
Light
I
skin
guess.
only.
Yeah, why did I buy the Charlotte? Why did I buy Charlotte?
Oh, why did I buy Charlotte?
Oh, I'm not sure. That's true. Okay.
MJ.
Let's move on. So, another person who's crying right now because they got dropped from Nike was Manny Pacquiao for saying some comments. This has happened before. We've heard this. There are people out there who, they have their beliefs and their way of thinking and their worldview, and they, even though they're on a worldwide platform, they choose to share those beliefs, and sometimes it just doesn't pan out for them in the end. So Manny Pacquiao had some controversial comments about homosexuals and about how, what were the comments? I had to look at your, I didn't memorize them verbatim.
Have you seen
But he
any-
said, have you seen an animal having male-to-male or female-to-female relations? If you have male-to-male or female-to-female relationships, then people are worse than animals. So, kind of threw some shade at the homosexual community.
That hurts me because to compare somebody to an animal, I think is, although we are animals, but that's like the lowest blow.
Yeah.
That's like,
It hurt with Serena and the horse. That
yeah,
hurt me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They call Serena a horse. Now Manny Pacquiao is calling homosexuals animals. Like, really? I don't even know what to say, because I see what you're saying, how people have their own beliefs, and a lot of people's religious beliefs are rooted in the fact that homosexuality is a sin. I was raised Baptist, and I think as I've gotten older, I become more. I have more tolerance, and I'm more intelligent, and I understand that sometimes you can't interpret everything literally. And I'm sure that everybody who's watching me in Georgia is probably having a heart attack right now.
On the comments. Stay on the comments.
Erica, go back to Los Angeles.
Jesus, the leftist girl.
She's a sinner now. But I mean, I really believe that you cannot interpret everything in the Bible literally. And to me, that is one thing that I feel like people are born gay. And I don't think anyone. Yep, I feel like people are born gay.
With sand.
And so I'm disgusted by these comments.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing to believe in something, and then one thing to publicize it. If you have beliefs, keep it to yourself or keep it to the community that you have. If you are in the limelight, I believe that you should keep it at a standard unless you're a politician, which doesn't really change much. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think that you are entitled to your own opinion and your own beliefs. However, you have to understand that other people might not have the same beliefs or weren't raised the way you were raised. And especially if you are in a position like Manny where you are a famous athlete, that's when you should monitor what you're saying, because circumstances can happen like the Nike deal. So I don't know. That's my take on.
And Magic Johnson said he was going to boycott all Manny Pacquiao fights.
Yeah, I'm
he
not
said
watching
that
it
today.
again.
I mean, it wasn't like anybody was checking for his merchandise. I mean, when was the last time you saw somebody with a Manny Pacquiao shirt?
Well, the Filipino
Pac-Man.
Manny is huge.
I haven't seen him wearing
he
it.
He's a huge Asian influence now. I mean, like,
But they buying Kobe stuff, so.
but they're buying Manny. So like, I have one of my best girlfriends is Filipino, and her family. Let me tell you, like, they ride hard for Manny Pacquiao. They ride hard. They ride or die. So Nike is one endorsement, but yes, he has influence, and people definitely buy his stuff.
So it's a good move by Nike. Then they should have done that.
I think they should have,
Because if someone has their beliefs, I mean, aren't they entitled to their beliefs?
I think you're entitled to your belief, but I think it's not what he said, is how he said it. You call people animals. That would be like people saying, "Oh, look at that black girl or that black guy. Look at that black boy.
Right.
Look at that black girl shaking it like an animal." Like somebody told me I was shaking like an animal.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Well, is it a good shake or is it? I'm just kidding.
So athletes should be, they should keep that to themselves. They represent the brand.
Just be sensitive. Is all I'm saying. Be sensitive.
Yeah, and I agree. I feel you on that. I think Nike did. I mean, they had to separate themselves. Nike, they support the LGBT community, and he made disparaging comments, and it's all about business in the end. So what you say can definitely harm your
Yes.
wallet
Oh,
and your
yeah.
endorsement. So.
Find a different way to say it. Find a different way to say it. There are a lot of public figures who do not believe in homosexuality.
Yeah, or just say it in your community, in your, in the right form.
I disagree with that. See, I don't think that we should keep those beliefs within our own communities, because if we keep them within our own community of people who believe like us, then it will never get out, and then we aren't able to have these kinds of open conversations. So you should say it where other people can hear it, but you just should be sensitive on how you say it. Like, I want to know if the person sitting next to me thinks that, all black people do, I don't know, eat chicken. We do. But if you say that, I want to hear you say that so I can say, actually, I don't like my chicken fried. I like it grilled. We can have this conversation.
But they be right.
Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes, the biscuits, Tuesdays.
No, church is for the biscuits.
No, churches
for the biscuits.
Their chicken there, that's actually rats and stuff.
I don't know, just the biscuit. I don't get the chicken. I just get the biscuits.
Go to the NBA, the advertisements on the jersey.
You over here trying to advertise for KFC and Popeyes.
That was
the
Charlie.
NBA is trying to advertise. The NBA is trying to put is considering putting company logos on their jersey. And when I talk about the NBA logo or the Nike or Adidas or Reebok logo, we're talking about full-fledged, take out a whole ad campaign on players' jerseys and put a full company logo. And we've seen other sports teams and leagues do this. The WNBA has done it. They've put company names on sponsors.
And we see what happened to that league.
But they did it for, and for them they needed the money.
Michael Jordan face.
It's another stream of revenue, because companies, they'll put their name out there because the league can make money off it. The company can get their advertising, but other teams do it. Other leagues do it. When we think of soccer, and it's a huge sport. Soccer does it a lot, and they don't need the money. Big teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona, they do it. They're not necessarily hurting for money. They're one of the richest franchises in all of sports, but it is a source of ad revenue. The NBA is considering it. what do you guys think about this whole thing? Does the NBA? I mean, I don't think they need it.
No.
But,
Yeah.
do you want to see a FedEx logo on the front of a?
No, I don't. I want to
see it
keep
either.
it. Like, you gotta keep the Lakers, keep the Clippers, like keep
Keep
your
it clean
logos.
and classy. That's what I think. Well, you disagree.
I don't know. I feel like that's the world we're living in now. Ads for YouTube, ads in NASCAR, ads everywhere you go. You're gonna see ads. I think it's gonna be something that if it's on the left-hand side, it's normal. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's something that is doable.
I don't like it because if the NBA needed the revenue, then yeah, go for it. If you're trying to save a fledgling franchise or a fledgling corporation,
Let's talk about you right now.
Yeah, I know. WNBA.
oh no, I'm not trying to throw shade at you.
No,
I'm really not. I'm
I'm
really
just
not.
instigated.
Okay.
He's an instigator.
But yeah, if you're the WNBA, you need the billboards on the jerseys.
Now she made it about.
But the NBA doesn't need it, and because I think we had this nostalgia for just how the Lakers look, their jerseys look traditionally, how the Pistons jerseys look traditionally. You take that away, and the kids will never know.
They'll never know.
They'll never know.
And you know, and other teams who do it, the corporate logo is prominent, and the team has like a small little crest. You can barely see it. We have the one. Actually, we had a picture up with LeBron if he had a Red Bull sponsorship. But I could think of one thing. If take with the Clippers and put them sponsored by Waste Management, the trash truck
You
people,
know what?
that would be a good idea for
That's
them.
actually funny. That's
That would
actually
be
funny.
good.
Well, I think they should be sponsored by Josh Johnson because you're always talking about him, so you're our biggest promoter. Thank you. Thank you, Raina. What do you think? Did you
no.
tell us what
I
you
just
thought?
said no. I don't want them
You
to
don't
have
want it?
ads.
Okay.
I want them to keep their names. I don't.
Keep it clean,
I
classy,
agree.
and simple.
I agree. And,
Like,
and
I
next-
just wouldn't buy a jersey. I don't know. I'm just thinking I wouldn't buy a
Yeah,
jersey
who
that says
would buy
FedEx on it.
Yeah.
Or UPS. I like UPS, but still, like, I like the Lakers better.
Is
you know?
it NBA and Major League Baseball that are the only ones that?
Hockey
and
doesn't
football
do it.
and hockey
I thought they had a logo on there.
are the ones, that don't do it. Soccer does it
Soccer does it,
mainly,
yeah.
and the WNBA is all I've
WNBA
seen it
for
on.
sure.
I don't know about
the
rugby.
WNBA had to do it, but
Rugby and cricket, I'm not sure. But the next question was, does it hurt the team's legacy? Because, like you said, Erica, we're so used to seeing the New York Knicks. You know, we're used to seeing the Boston Celtics, LA Lakers. It's a big part of who the identity of the team and the nostalgia related to it. So I think it would definitely be a bad idea. I hope they don't do it. But knowing the NBA and knowing the culture we live in these days, it's all about money and the bottom line. And any type of way you can get extra revenue, it just things seem to head that way. So
I think it's gonna happen.
it could be we could see a change here.
I hope not. Well,
I wonder what started
just kidding.
this.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, no, but what started this? The idea, like, how did this come about?
Yeah, that's
like,
a
people
good
just
question.
did someone just like random like, oh, let's.
I'm not. It could be the fact that other teams are doing it, other leagues are doing it.
But whoever started it first, how did they come up with that?
Yeah, like what? Because we're
It's the
definitely.
perfect. But when you think about it, as a marketing person, it's the perfect place to put a logo
Yeah.
because these sports figures and stars are so prominent. Their jerseys sell out.
Yeah.
Why not use it? Every little, in these days, every little piece of fabric, every little fabric, every piece of
Sell
your
it.
car, anything is a billboard
It
now
is.
for companies.
It is. You're right about that. All right, guys. We have to leave you now. We talked about all the hot topics of the week. Any last thoughts? Okay, good now. Okay, good now. You're watching BHL Sports Weekly. We used to be the Branded Athlete, now we're BHL Sports Weekly. I'm Erica Renee Davis. You can find me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, and Instagram at Erica Renee D.
Hey guys, I'm Charlie. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Charles L. Myers.
And I'm Raina Ale. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Periscope at Raina_Ale.
What's up, everybody? No matter your skin tone or your sexual orientation, you can find me at JJ the Talented on social media. So find me and follow me. Let's keep the conversation going. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, good. And as always, follow all things Black Hollywood Live on BlackHollywoodLive.com. Follow BHL on Twitter at BHL Online, and follow us on Instagram at
Please do.
The Branded Athlete. And share this stuff with your friends, retweet it, share it, download it, go to iTunes. Thank you guys. Until next Thursday night at 7. We are BHL Sports Weekly. Have a good weekend.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.